27-minute comedy hour. It's like what you see on TV, except that it's online. 27-minute comedy hour. Everything in a comedy hour except half the time.
Hello and welcome to the 27-minute comedy hour. This week, for our last ever episode, we're joined by our old friend Safler. We've got Aidan Kelly and the wonderful Lee Watson. Welcome everyone to the 27-minute comedy hour, the show where we try to cram an hour's worth of comedy into less than half the time. But first, in the news today, the first event that is not socially distanced is taking place currently in Liverpool. So exciting. Yes, the rave is part of a government test, although I do think that test is to see how good their gear is. Scientists will be on hand to test how COVID transmits. Apparently, Liverpool is perfect for this test as they want to see how COVID transmits when binge drinking and fighting. Yes, sport is having a social media blackout this weekend in the most useless protest against racism since having a quick kneel down before a football match. I mean, really, what are racists going to do? Like, I can't see what Lewis Hamilton is having for his lunch. Maybe I'll stop hating Muslims. Sporting bodies like the FA have said social media companies need to do more to combat racism. Social media companies don't want to because they profit from human anger. So let's move on swiftly then to our first game this week. The game this week is a game of everybody's favourite. It's Ragpod Comments. Let's get that on screen. It's Ragpod Comments. Right then, yes, our first comment this week then. In comments, I give my comedians a comment, but I present it out of context, and they tell me what the comment might be. Our first one this week is it a standalone incident? What could this person be commenting on?
Hopefully, Jacob Rees-Mogg's entire existence.
Oh, I thought this might have been one of the hashtag Not All Men Brigade responding to the Noel Park sexual misconduct allegations.
Would it be the one anti-masker that just won't put on a mask, and so everyone's just like getting out of the way of him, and there's just that one person trying to put him?
I kind of struggle to read standalone without just having Godsmack stuck in my head, so it's kind of just I've listened to too much music over lockdown. I'm not up to date enough with the news to make anything topical or relevant, which is unfortunate. But stand alone.
Are you just at that point now where every word you hear is just like met with something from a song?
Pretty much, yeah. Either a song or a movie reference. It's pretty much.
Someone just goes up to you and goes, Boris Johnson. You're like, yes, Godsmack.
Pretty much.
All right, well, maybe this comment will help my comedians try and guess what the news story is. It's about corruption and criminality, and hopefully an upcoming trial. What could this person be commenting?
My 5-year-old will say when I get him off his games.
I thought it was about SpongeBob SquarePants. That whole show, how does it afford fucking pineapple?
Isn't that about pollution and no?
I thought this might have been the result of RuPaul UK season 2.
Oh
yeah. The new tagline for the Fast and Furious films.
Nice.
I wonder whether this might have been the blurb from the new Julia Donaldson book where she's taken a dark turn and the Gruffalo gets caught in a paedophile ring.
Tiddler,
could
the
be the next Harry
storytelling
Potter.
flip.
Yeah.
No, I thought it
Now,
was
now, Jimmy, show me on the stick man where he touched you.
I thought it'd be about time. I thought it's about like someone finally paying for allowing Louis Walsh to be on television.
Really, yeah. How to make royal weddings more entertainment.
Has Piers
Yeah.
Morgan done something again, or is it
Yeah.
generally?
I like the idea of the royal family trying to zhuzh it up with a bit more of like Game of Thronesy style stuff. Like, you know,
exactly, like, trial by wedding,
Yeah, I mean, the next one could be if they could start the next one on the red wedding. That'd be great.
That'd be brilliant,
Sounds like a bloody good time.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what these people could have been commenting on this weekend?
Not a clue.
Bojo's apartment.
Absolutely, Aidan. It absolutely is. Yes, this is the route about who did up Boris Johnson's apartment. And things have really started to get heated. In fact, as it's so hideous as Boris Johnson and Carrie Simmons both don't want to take credit for the design. There will be an investigation into how the £200,000 renovations were paid for. When pushed in PMQs by Keir Starmer, Boris said, I covered the costs. So that almost certainly means that he didn't cover the costs. So, guys, what did we make of this story then this week?
I don't know. I think it makes. I think it makes sense. I used to actually live in London, and I actually met Boris Johnson on the street randomly, and as he was, some guy was walking by, and as he was walking by, he yelled out at the top of his voice and goes, "Boris, you dick-toed cunt," which makes me think now that his toes are actually dicks, and that 200,000 has gone into renovating his apartment to allow for that disability.
What allowances do you need to make for someone who's got dick toes?
I don't know. I think you have to make the carpets very, very soft, because I imagine it's very sensitive.
I don't see it as a disadvantage, though. There's people that would be into that. People with foot fetishes that also like dicks. It's a perfect person. And also Bojo.
Well.
I like his character, but I don't know. Well, I don't know if he should run the country, but then I'd like to get into politics, and I don't know if I should bother trying. He gives me hope. Let's say this. Sorry.
I reckon I'd just like to think that he spent the 200,000. Like 190,000 of that went on like a big statue of like a lion wearing a mask doing a finger to the Belgium. I don't know, something like that, something crazy, but just some like Diamond Geezer sort of like Trotters area, as you just decided to go over there and go, this is great, this is great, I love it. He's like, yeah, Diamond Geezer, yeah, no worries, 190 grand, £200 powdies, fine. As
give
London
it dicks for toes.
Yeah. Even dicks for hoes, just like me.
Yeah, some of those disability things are really bloody expensive, aren't they? Especially like. Alrighty then, guys. Well, thanks so much for that. I think we've got to the bottom of that problem. Boris Johnson has dicks for toes and therefore needs expensive renovations. We are bringing you all the latest news here on the 27-minute comedy hour. That brings us on then to our stand-up round. Now, in our stand-up round, our comedians are tasked with coming up with 3 minutes of hilarious stand-up, in which on a topic that I have suggested for them. So our first topic this week is going to be candles. Who'd like to take on candles?
I'll take it on. Don't get me started on candles. It's not just candles in themselves. Like, it's candle sense names. As in, I'm not talking about your run-of-the-mill, your vanilla, your lavender, your strawberry. They're all fine. I'm on about the ones that make no fucking sense whatsoever. You know the ones like, for instance, whiskers on kittens. The fuck does that even smell like? Come on now. It's like, if you have a cat that close to your face, not only do you get thrown out the cat cafe, I've researched this, you will have no face left, all right? It's not a smell. Another one, open window. That's not a sense either. I live in Grimsby, okay? I do not want that smell recreated. All right? It smells enough as it is. And my favourite one though, a child's wish. Oh, there's nothing says relaxation like burning a child's wish now, doesn't it? Beautiful. So what I figured out as well is I've actually thought, well, if these guys can do it, so can I. I've actually thought of some of my own scents. So, give me a shout if you want to hear them.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a good incentive.
Good job
Go
it's
for
only
it.
those three people rather than an audience. Because they can't
Do
see it.
it!
Everyone's shouting at their online thing, going, yeah, go on, man. That's what I'm imagining anyway. No, it's not like, nah, fuck off. Yeah, so I've actually thought of the business name for it as well. It's called Candles for Men, John Wick. Pause for effect there. So yeah, here's my candle scent names. I've got the Pride of Brexit. So this one is a fragrance that starts off strong and stable, but fizzles out into a fruity undertone of lies and deceit. It also it turns, if you leave your passport near it, it turns it blue. So that's a nice little bonus. Another one that I've thought of is what's the other one? Oh yeah, Wet Dog on a Tuesday. This is for the Yorkshire fragrance line, where if you're going through the woods and all the familiar smells are there, when you come across a dogging site, and it brings back all the wonderful smells and memories. The other one is Grunge, which smells like Teen Spirit, obviously.
Hey.
Thank you. And shotgun shells and Courtney Cox. So yeah, I figured I could really snuff out the competition with these, or burn them all down to a lavender hellfire with it. But yeah, I mean, candle scents, stop being nonsense. Just stop it.
Get in, way!
Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Watson!
Amazing.
Alrighty then, that brings us to our second topic of the evening, and our second topic
Can I just
is...
say that was delightful?
Whee!
Sorry.
Right then, that brings us on to our next topic of the evening, which is going to be TikTok.
I'll have it, that one. Fucking hell. Oh, so TikTok. I think I'm a bit late to the trend. I have been nagged for about a year, predominantly by my very good friend in Australia. She's constantly sent me TikTok videos to watch, which I have watched, and they've been good. But then the last straw was when she sent me a video of some TikTok, obviously, of a lady bitching about, okay, so don't be one of these people who's like, I don't want to be on TikTok, and then send me a fucking TikTok video and an Instagram DM message. And then I laughed and enjoyed the message, and my little sister sent me a fucking message with the same video on Instagram in my direct messages. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll just do it. I've now got a TikTok, and I haven't done fuck all with it because I'm a procrastinator by trade. And I've called it Safe Law, but I've spelled it FLOOR because people can't say my surname properly. It's Floor because I'm fucking scum. It's like keeping up appearances, but fucking backwards. So like floor, like the thing you walk on, not floor, not none of this posh shit. I'm fucking floor level jokes. So yeah, I don't know. TikTok's probably going to last as long as Vine, so we'll see how it goes, and probably won't do fuck all. Maybe some hamster videos. See what happens. I'm too old for this shit. There's too many fucking apps. Too grungy and grimy. But lockdown sent me mad for sure. I've got nothing to talk about apart from TikTok. But I mean, politics is interesting, but that's too political for comedy. But then politics is a joke. So I will start a political party within the next 10 years, and we're gonna work on making things better. Hopefully, one day. I can lick my elbow, which a lot of people that have already seen me do comedy already know about, because like it's meant to be impossible. So those chain emails back in the 90s were like, oh, can you lick your elbow? If you tried, you look stupid. And I can, so I didn't quite get it, but it's impossible to lick your elbow. If you can't, well, I can impossibly lick my elbow, so fuck it, we can do anything. Let's get shit going. Thank you for the random rant. But yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, safe love!
Yay!
Alrighty then, so that brings us on to our last topic and our last comedian, which is going to have to be Aidan. Aidan Kelly is going to be talking to us then. Your topic will be Meghan Markle.
Fun. Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's an odd one for Irish people. I think she might be a hero because since she's been married to Prince Harry, Ireland has never been closer to being one country. Boris Johnson got coronavirus, and she split the royal family up. She has done more in a year than the IRA have done ever. And without murdering anyone. Hero? She's like our Gandhi. Our very sexy Gandhi. It's an odd one. I felt bad for her when she left the royal family. It's like, but what I don't understand is her surprise at the racism. Like, you married someone who thought it was appropriate to dress up for Halloween as a Nazi. That family's going to be a little bit racist. In their defense, though, it's 2021, right? The only criteria to being a good member of the royal family should be not being Prince Andrew. That's it. I know I actually live in New York. When Epstein, killed himself or didn't kill himself, everyone over here blamed the Trumps or the Clintons. And in my head, I was like, maybe it was the royals. They've killed off inconvenient people in the past. That's why I keep tweeting at Meghan Markle to avoid taxi cabs in Paris. Like a candle in the wind. Elton John is practicing that stupid song right now. Our royal princess is dusted and done, and Elton gets a number 1. That's the real circle of life.
Boom.
Those are my thoughts on Meghan Markle, hero.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aidan Kelly!
Brilliant. Yay.
Thank you.
Alright then, guys, now it's time for us to move on to our next round, and our next round is a 100% vegan face meme. We are going to be doing this are the week in memes, but in this game, I've got a meme from the week's news. Can my comedians tell me what this person might have been, what the caption for this meme could be? So our first one is this. What could this person be talking about?
It could be like, I'm telling you, Boris Johnson has dicks for toes.
I'll have 5 pints and a candle called Pebbles, please.
These renovations are paid for legally.
Well, I thought this could have been is this just the effect that a big red bus has on Brexiteers? It was just yes, £350 million a week for the NHS. Anyone got any more?
Oh, well, it's these are not the gold-plated toilet bowls I use government money to buy.
Yeah. Well, I thought this one could possibly have been old men getting into yoga.
I was kind of worried where you were going to go with that, old men getting into, but please don't go there. No, it's not.
All right. Well, maybe the next one will help us out. What about this one? It is old men getting into yoga.
He looks like an old man who probably gets into something that's not found out quite yet, but I don't know things. I don't know.
It doesn't even look like his hand.
Been into a lot of things that you don't know about.
Potentially.
It's like Prime Minister gets a question. It looks like that doesn't even look like his hand.
No, it doesn't. It's not right.
Yeah.
I think he's finally acknowledging that he's just like, I was in the Iron Man suit.
Thunderbirds, I go. No.
High-fiving a camera to go away. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if this is like him having a stroke or just like a saucy little wave.
I
I
think
mean,
he's
because it's got the green background, I'm surprised people haven't photoshopped the shit out of this more.
Yeah,
Could be the new Bernie Sanders of memes.
yeah. Well,
I'm
I thought
surprised.
maybe this was Ireland going in a young, new, dynamic direction.
Hey man, we got him. I think he's just waving to British people and like, hey, do you remember me? I used to be infamous in the UK.
Does anyone know what this story could have been about then, guys?
Is he waving Arlene Foster off into the depths of hell?
He absolutely is. Yes, this is Arlene. This wasn't the Brexit you were looking for.
Yeah.
And this is all I have to say about hashtag Arlene Foster. Goodbye. Guys, yes, this is the news that Arlene Foster will step down as the Irish First Minister after a vote of no confidence. Mrs. Foster has been the only woman to actually hold the role of First Minister, and since then has worked tirelessly to ensure that no other woman will ever follow in her footsteps.
It's fair enough.
She said she understands. She said she understands the misogynistic criticisms on social media and told women to ignore the haters, which makes you wonder, is there really any need for Arlene Foster to have social media? Surely it leaves her with no one else to talk to. Guys, what did we make of this news about Arlene Foster?
Yeah, I assume she said ignore the haters unless they're hating gay people. Oh, she's a homophobic dump truck of a woman. I hate her.
I mean, did she also, when there was a vote of no confidence, send an IOU more confidence sort of thing, just to
Didn't she abstain on a gay conversion ban? Just like, just fucking mental. That's just an easy. Because I assume that means she's for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. The DUP are fucking nuts, aren't they? Like, you know, they're like, and they're like anti everything you really shouldn't be anti as a nice person. like if it's kind of halfway decent to be like to allow that kind of thing, they're like, no, absolutely not. It goes against the church.
What do you mean the children need to have money?
Yeah,
it's mad.
God never allowed them to have money.
I saw this comment where they're like, the DUP really needs to get into like into 2021 and the 21st century. Like, if they just got to 1970, that would be fucking hell.
Hash. But to be sure, I don't.
You know,
I think I really over shit and what.
Sorry, go on, say.
I was just saying people need to get over this whole like, oh, it's the first woman thing. Like, it just let people fucking do shit and not have to make it about what's between their legs all the time. Like, shit. Like, if they do something good, they do something good. If not, fuck them. On to the next. But all of the replacements are men, so hopefully it should be all right.
Maggie Thatcher was the first as well, but look what happened there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, we say like, oh, well, I mean, like, it's difficult though, isn't it? Like, because we judge like one woman, right? Yeah, like as who's led it as all women in politics, because there's no other yardstick against which to pit them. But, like, men have been doing it for ages. So when there's a shit male politician, you just go, oh, they're just shit, right? Which, like, I think we just need to learn, right? That basically all politicians are shit.
That is
yeah. So like, it doesn't matter whether they're male or female; they're just a shit, right? Like, and stop being like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you're getting the abuse because you're a shit. That's basically the problem.
I can honestly say I'm a shit, but with good intentions. So I'm a self-aware shit at least.
Oh,
but
nice. So
I feel like that's what comedians are, just self-aware shits.
Exactly, it's what we do best. Rise of the comedians. We'll sort this fucking shit out.
In a life laden with challenges, I think being a well-intentioned shit is the best we can all hope for. And on that lovely final message, we bring to the end the final episode of the 27-minute comedy hour, unless there's another lockdown. So we'll see you in a couple of months, everybody. Fingers crossed, there absolutely won't be. But for the last time, I'm going to ask my comedians, where can we catch you guys coming up in shows in the near future? Has anyone got anything coming up?
I live in New York, so if anyone's in New York, I'm at Broadway Comedy Club next Saturday, I think, and then I have a couple more Zoom shows during the week. All on my Instagram.
You should do a live stream for us Poms over here and show us what's going on in NYC. Why not?
Okay.
Are you getting up at 3 in the morning for the live stream?
Sometimes I'm up at 3 in the morning. It's close to 4:20.
Say, what about you? You got any gigs coming up?
Nah, not really. But I'm sure if there's any virtual opportunities, I might do something. I don't know. See what happens. Hopefully, when things are normal and open, I'll get my big boom box and do some outdoors stuff, maybe. Yeah, be nice.
And Lee, what about you?
Nothing on the cards as of yet, but hopefully going to be like basically as soon as everything's up and running again, I'm going to be trying to go around Grimsby, the local area, like Hull. There's a comedy lounge there, isn't there? So I've done that before, so hopefully get something there. But yeah, I'm off down to Edinburgh Fringe just as a sort of thing, so I'll probably see you there as well.
Nice, excellent. Looking forward to that. Well, yeah, I've got So You Think You're Funny coming up on the 19th of May. Please go and check that out. That's going to be good. And also the final weekend, the 27th of June, on the on the Brighton Fringe, the Cavendish Arms. Please come and check out my show there. I'm going to be emceeing for a couple of brilliant comedians. So that's going to be hilarious. For the final time then, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say a massive, massive thank you to our sponsors, the fantastic. You can go there and check out handmade quality goods made with care, seldomseen.co.uk. It's fantastic. A massive thanks to my wonderful guests this week, Safe Law, Aidan Kelly and Lee Watson. And as always, a massive thanks to our art team of Michael and my wonderful musician, Dan Lythe.
It's the 27-minute comedy hour. It's like what you see on TV, except it's online. 27-minute comedy hour. Everything in a comedy hour except half the time.